You pissed off the judge.
Yeah, the judge is like, hey, yo, done fucked up, boy. Witnesses.
He lied again. There wasn't another person.
Were you listening to proceedings while the defense carried out the summation examination?
We was, Governor, we was.
Perhaps we can defense with the tedious preamble. Simply answer this one question. A third bullet has been identified at the scene of the crime. What do you make of that?
Make of it, Gov? I don't make nothing of nothing.
Is it one of yours?
God blimey, Gov, God blimey, no chance.
In that case, did you have an accomplice?
What? What? Never. The Skulking brothers walk alone. It's just the two of us. That's our trademark.
But what about the third brother? How soon we forget poor Sulky. Only 2 of the bullets from the crime scene originated from the firearms we have in evidence. The third bullet was fired from another gun. Where is it?
I mean, that's an head scratcher.
Counsel for the defense. Yeah. I should like to hear your thoughts regarding these new developments. The third bullet and the mysterious missing firearm from which it came. Thinking back over all the testimony we've heard and all the evidence we've seen, I think I'm starting to form a picture of what really happened that night. My lord, I think it's clear that what this third bullet tells us about the Sulkin brothers. It's nothing to do
They had an
with them. I don't think they were working together. It has nothing to do with them.
Eh? Nice, eh? That's right. Nothing to do with us, Gov.
We've established that one bullet was fired from each of the 2 guns already known to the court. The logical conclusion, therefore, is that on the night in question at Mr. Windibank's pawnbrokery, there was another person present in possession of a third firearm. Son of a bitch. Whilst the brothers may have had nothing to do with the third gun or the bullet fired from it, it's inconceivable that they had nothing to do with the third man. Yes, the brothers were working with an accomplice.
We were both right.
So, yeah, I guess so.
Has he thrown that glass yet?
No, he has not. An accomplice, you say? Pig swill. That's it? That's all you have to say? These protracted proceedings have already forced us to endure 2 summation examinations. Yet in all that time there has been not a murmur of a third man. If this apparently wraith-like being as this... No! The final chalice from my 12 set has been crushed between my fingers at the absurdity.
Do you realize that that set was over 200 years old?
A 200-year-old set of chalices.
Those were my heirlooms. Passed down.
The court must be shown hard evidence. Not as hard as my grip, my iron grip on the chalice of
Justice.
justice. Yeah, that. I felt that this fantasy will be crushed. Ah! The prosecution demands answers on 2 counts. Firstly, proof, evidence that this accomplice was ever at the scene of the crime. And secondly, my penis. What? I mean the identity of this spurious character. The Skulkins are lying, I know that.
Well, if Sholmes never was actually
How can
hit,
I ascertain the identity of the person they're hiding?
I take it you already know.
Yeah, it's the blood. I'm supposed to prove the existence of this accomplice and reveal the person's identity, even. In response to the prosecution's demands, my lord, the defense is ready to present answers. The defense is ready. I believe I can provide all the answers the prosecution demands. So, my Nepalese friend, despite the swimming eyes, you seem to think you have something to say. These promises to be interesting. I have to push forward now. There's no other option. I need to use every single piece of evidence available to me if it will make a difference. In that case, counsel, I would like you to present the evidence without delay. On the night in question, in the moments leading up to the death of the victim, what proof have you that there was a third intruder present at the scene? It's the blood samples. The bloodies.
Take that!
The evidence is right here, in this portfolio. By Jove, the portfolio again, is it? What do you expect the court to rifle through your papers itself? Be more specific. You claim one of those blood samples proves the presence of this third intruder. Well, which one is it? Technically it's this one, but I think this is the one that's...
Take that!
He wants me to show. What am I looking at here? There appears to be some green paint or such like around the bullet hole in the middle of the calendar. That's a blood stain, my lord. What's a blood stain? Oh my god, it's a... Green blood? Curious even for you. Is the court to be understood that the intruder was some unhuman creature? An alien shot Mr. Windibank? I think so. What? Something but developed by Mr. Herlock Sholmes. By the great detective! His voice changed dramatically. New invention, stop! Not yet appeared in stories. Stop! It's this, you say? It doesn't have a name yet, though. This fogger sprays a chemical that reacts with the different elements of people's blood to change its color. Different elements of people's blood? Yes, everyone's blood is slightly different, you see, because it's made up of different elements. So by seeing what color it changes to, you can tell in a flash whose blood it is. Oh, that brings a whole extra dimension to looking at blood. Talk of blood in courtroom, stop. Very exciting, stop. As an example, this one shows the blood of the victim, Mr. Windibank. Oh, striking blue. Yes, so you see, the green color of this bloodstain on the calendar shows that somebody else was shot as in the main part of the shop. Oh, now hold fire there, young man. Could it be some unrelated... Could be from some unrelated incident, couldn't it? No, it's not unrelated. I mean, it is possible, but it had to have happened in, like, an hour time span, which is ridiculous. The date showing on the calendar is the date on which Mr. Windibank was killed. My golly! Therefore, we can assume that whoever was shot on the same day. And whose blood is it? Well, the Skulkin brothers in the stand don't appear to be suffering from any gunshot injuries. I am! He just lifts up his head, his shirt, and his chest is covered in holes. What the fuck?
How are you standing?
Oh my god, whose identity is the court is still waiting to hear? You can't delay this any longer, my learned friend. Who is this alleged third intruder? This fucker! The man's name is Eggert Benedict. That's such a fake-sounding name, Counsel. He paid a visit to Windibank's pawnbrokery on the afternoon before the incident took place. When the accused attempted to deceive the pawnbroker into releasing this article into her possession. That's right. How would the prosecution not know about this already? Or at least, at the very least, Gregson. The man identified by the defense, Mr. Eggert Benedict, then attempted to take the article from the defendant by force. Yes, sir. This filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, no? Yes, the article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once. Nah, that's a lie. What are you trying to pull? Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel. And needless to say, I'll dance for it if I have to. And the music box discs too. Pose, strut my stuff, and shake my butt. Inspector Gregson... Sorry, that flashback was a lot sexier than I remember it being. Inspector Gregson was there at the time, and I can attest to what happened. In the end, it was the inspector himself who took the disc. Can you corroborate this account, Inspector? Well, yes, my lord, that's more or less what happened. And in the interest of being a thorough, I asked Winterbank for a print showing the photo. Take from one of his red-handed recorder governess. Yes, that's him talking to Mr. Winterbank that morning. Did you claim this man is the brother's accomplice? Well, Mr. and Mr. Skulkin?
Never seen the geezer before in my life. On my life, Glove, on my life, never seen him.
Well, somewhat unsurprisingly, it appears our witnesses disagree with the assertion. I'm sure your lordship recalls my learned Nipponese friend's actual assertion, which was that he could prove the identity of the alleged accomplice. Yes, and I can.
Then show us the evidence.
I agree. We must see the proof that the clean-cut gentleman in the photograph is the filthy criminal you say he is. The sexy, sensually dashing rogue. Sorry, I was
Dirty, filthy boy!
Filthy! Yeah, no, that's definitely how she would say it.
Dirty, filthy boy! I'm stuck in Futurama.
This is the last piece of evidence. I've had a feeling that something has been missing in this trial from the very start. But now, I'm going to drag it kicking and screaming into the courtroom. Are you ready to present your answer to the courtroom then, counsel? Yes, my lord. The defense will present the evidence after this.
Quick save.
Proof that the man pictured in this photographic print was in fact the person struck by the third bullet. Yeah! As I mentioned before, on the afternoon of the day in question, the defendant attempted deceitfully, admittedly, to reclaim this disc from Winterbanks. Which is when the aforementioned Edgar Benedict appeared on the scene, I believe. This man then attempted to purloin the article from the defendant's possession, no? That's correct, my lord. I myself was present at the time. I was following this... It was following this that a minor incident occurred. Oh no. But of course, sir, here's a disc for you. Good. Very well. Dance, dance. Strike a pose. Then I shall bid you farewell. Say goodbye to style.
What a minute, that disc is mine.
What do you think you're doing, you little tramp? You've drawn blood, you filthy animal. By being a music box disc, it has countless small but sharp metal protrusions over its surface. Those protrusions cause Mr. Benedict's finger to bleed. Benedict. Oh god. And the resulting smear of blood is still visible on the disc now. Goodness, a bloodstain, is it? A bloody, as they call it in the business. My assistant and I have just analyzed the bloodstain here in this very courtroom.
Using my trusty fogger gun.
Yes, using her trusty fogger gun. And we added the results to this portfolio.
I say.
It's green. It's exactly the same color as the blood around the calendar.
Therefore, the evidence is conclusive. The man calling himself Mr. Eggert Benedict, who was in Winterbanks earlier in the day, is the accomplice who was present at the scene of the crime the same night. So there was someone there. Look at those two brothers now. They're sweating buckets.
Why, who are you talking about? It's boy in here.
My lord, it is the opinion of the defense that Mr. Eggert Benedict should be summoned to the courtroom to testify, but we don't even know his real name. We can assign an APB for this person, but we'll need another day to find him. Certainly seeing that we can ill afford to ignore this gentleman's apparent presence.
This has gone on long enough now. The flagrant ignorance of the mechanics of law. Where did I get this glass from? Hold on.
I
Hold
pieced
on, wait,
together
wait,
my
don't,
very
wait.
first one again.
No, wait, hold on. This is a mystery that needs to be solved right the fuck now. I had 12 glasses. I shattered 12 of them. Where the fuck did I get this one from? Sherlock Holmes, you say? Yes, I've heard the name. The protagonist in a series of short stories for the vulgar classes. A god of detection or some such. How dare he! I'll shoot him! And now you employ chemical substances devised by this fantastical persona in the highest court in the land. Do you expect us to take you seriously? The samples made by this plaything are not fit to be called evidence. I fucking knew it. I knew that wasn't going to be like able to be used as evidence. It's new. It's too newfangled. The old parties in the court setting would never accept such newfangled contraptions. So the bloodstain turned a shade of green. What of it? I bet my blood would turn green too. Here's to you successfully proving that no other blood in the world could turn the same color. Well...
Boots.
Pray do not even think of suggesting that we should take Mr. Sholmes's word for it. Is he right? I don't know. I mean, he is a great detective. What are you talking about? We can't let him get away with that. Okay. I knew it would come to this. Of course, Mr. Sholmes' invention isn't going to be recognized by any official body, but what other choice did I have? I'm just remember what Father Christmas over there said before. About how he was temporarily suspending the summation examination. Ah. In other words, we can shut Van Zieks right up if we, She just does a snipping motion. Examination isn't over yet, is it? Shit, you right? And in a summation examination, the decision as to whether or not the trial continues is in the hands of the 6 jurors, isn't it? Shit. So the way I see it, it doesn't matter what certain other people think of the Hurley's invention. At least, not for now. Yeah, she's right. Young lady, you have quite a devious mind. It really just comes down to one thing. Whether these ladies and gentlemen of the jury are convinced by what you say, Bruno. Is that about right, would you say? Or did I misunderstand something? Unbelievable. Mr. Sholmes' partner. He's a force to be reckoned with.
Can you become my assistant?
Horace Wilson, sharpshooter. After the assured process of the situation from an entirely unexpected source, it must be acknowledged that the previous summation examination has yet to reach its conclusion. This is absurd. No, shut up. Shut up. She just like reaches. His finger extends across the courtroom and lands on Van Zieks' lips. No, shut up. Shut up.
No, that's what Iris does.
Iris. She pulls out a device. It's like an accordion accordion gun, and it has a hand on the end. She extends it and just fucking puts a finger to his lips. Shut the fuck up. Court now looks to you and your final
When did
leanings
this
on
become Dr. Seuss?
Yeah. As proud citizens of Her Majesty's Britain, I'm sure you will come to fair and just conclusions. Isn't it?
I like Sholmes. I like Sholmes.
I think we talked about this before, but isn't it funny how, like, I think not the current queen and not her first husband, but her previous, the person before them, those two, would have been in power during this time. Like, that's how long the current queen has been, well, not in power, because that implies that they have power.
There's actually a whole scandal going on right now.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, I know.
Oh, you know all about it?
Yeah.
Anyway, can continue.
Rich people are corrupt. In other news, the sky is blue.
Water is wet.
Water is in fact wet. So then, state your final decisions in turn, please.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Oh shit. Oh, okay.
Guilty.
Not guilty.
Interesting.
He uses his head.
Yeah, he does. 2 called guilty and 4 called not guilty. Such is the outcome of the summation examination.
I guess they needed 2 so we can continue.
Oh, yeah,
this.
yeah, definitely. My lord, with all due respect, this is an outrage. Shut the fuck up! The prosecution refuses to accept this decision. I don't think you have much of a fucking choice there, son.
On what ground?
If these jurors are persuaded by some half-baked concoction devised by a pretender to real police work, well, you gotta remember that I think the doctor and the lady were not convinced, but everybody else was. Then they are too ignorant to be trusted with the judgment of anyone's guilt. I'm sorry, Lord Van Geeks, but the outcome of the summation examination cannot be ignored. The trial will continue. My heart. I love that pose, because he looks so faint of heart. Nevertheless, we found ourselves in a rather awkward situation. The defense has very reasonably questioned the subpoena of a new witness. But sadly, I fear that will be impossible. What? The name of the gentleman gave for himself, Agate Benedict, is quite clearly false. And you'd have to be an idiot to not realize that right off the bat. I don't believe it. Just when I managed to prove the man was there that night.
Could I say something?
What was that, please? Who spoke?
It was me, my lord.
I was actually pretty... I was trying
Pretty
to do...
close.
Yeah, I was pretty close to who I thought it was. At least in terms of voices. Juror number 5. What have you to say, madam?
If possible, Inspector.
Me, ma'am.
I wonder if you might show the photographic print to me again, the one in which the gentleman is shown.
Yes, this one you mean, of Mr. Benedict.
I don't know him.
I don't know anything about him.
That
Anyway,
is my brother.
yes, there's no doubt in my mind.
Juror number 5, you don't mean to say you know this man.
What a coincidence. Yes, I do.
What? No.
He is my son.
No.
I gave birth to
Good
him.
gracious.
I popped him out of my vagina, you see.
What? Oh, no talk of vaginas in the courtroom.
I'm a communications officer. Stop.
As we can clearly see.
The gentleman in the photograph is... Stop. Also a communications officer. Stop. He works in my office. Stop.
Oh.
A very talented operator, in fact. Stop. He should be in the communication station now. Stop. Tapping away on the telegraph.
How the other part's gonna get brought in.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Because
He's
the
selling-
leaking.
He's
Yeah.
he's selling secrets.
That doesn't seem right somehow. I can't put my finger on why, but it doesn't feel right.
I suppose we all imagine the accomplice would be some sort of hardened criminal. It's a bit unexpected to find out he has a respectable job by day, whatever he gets up to at night.
Well, I suppose that's it. I suppose that's why I felt something was wrong. The gentleman is at London's communication station. We should be able to subpoena him within the hour. Lord Van Geeks, if you please. Yes, my lord. Do your fucking job.
With haste.
As your lordship bids.
I do think we should probably put this.
Yeah, I think we're at a stopping point though. Let's just finish this up. The court will recess for 1 hour, during which I will be taking the swing set, and when the new witness arrives, we shall reconvene to hear the gentleman's testimony.
When he arrives, then you may all have a turn.
Then you all may have a turn on the swings. For now, Inspector Gregson, the slides I think you called dibs on. Yes, my lord.
I should like to hear from you specifically about events at the pawnbrokery in the day in question. Come to my chambers during the recess.
Yes, sir, my lord.
I wish for you to push me on the swingies. Very well, court is adjourned until 1:40 p.m.
So Mr. Sholmes was not shot, so that means he's out. And about.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And being a scamp.
No, I think that, honestly, the reason he was out was more because of the anesthesia. Because he got, like they said, he had, like,
Yeah,
caffeine.
They
pumped him full. Kinky. Alright, so that's going to be it for now. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, thank you for joining us for Side by Side Plays. I'm Shikuquaza.
I'm Waifu.
And this has been the Great Ace Attorney, Case 5, the case of the unspeakable story. We might finish it next time, though.
And figure out what the story is.
What the fuck is happening?